Unit 3 Equations, Lesson 2 Solving Multi-Step Equations. To solve an equation involving several terms, collect variable terms on one side and of the equation and constant terms on the other side. So this means letters on one side, so that's what variable terms means, and constant terms on the other side. So variables means letters, and constant terms means numbers. It doesn't matter which side the x is located on, or the y, or whatever variable it is. I prefer to put it on the left side, but if it appears on the right side, that is fine as well. Okay, so let's begin by doing some examples. So the first one says x plus 7 equals 2x plus 3. So we want variables on one side and constant terms on the other. So I want my x's on the left and I want my numbers on the right. So I'm just showing the arrows to show the movement. So then we rewrite it. So this becomes x, and then this is positive 2x. So when I bring it over, it becomes negative 2x. The 3 is staying put. The 7 is moving over. So the 7 is positive here. So when it moves over to the other side, it becomes negative. And then what you're doing is just solving the rest of your equations. So x take away 2x is negative x. 3 take away 7 is negative 4. I don't want negative x, I want positive x. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. And I'm running out of room here. So the negative and the negative will cancel out. So x is equal to 4. All right, our next example, we have 3x take away 5x equals 4x plus 6. So I want all my letters on one side, so all my variables, and then there's only one number, so I'm only making one move. So this becomes 3x take away 5x, bring over the 4, changes to negative, and 6 is on its own. So 3x take away 5x take away 4x is negative 6x is equal to 6. Next step, I want to get rid of that negative 6. So divide by negative 6, divide by negative 6. The negative 6 and negative 6 cancel out. So I'm left with 6 divided by negative 6, which is negative 1. All right, last one. For example number 1, I've got 5 take away 3m equals negative 2 take away 2m. So at this point, if you want to try this one on your own, press pause on the video and solve it on your own, and then just double check that you get the right answer. So I'm just going to start moving my variables. So the negative 3m is staying put. I'm bringing over the negative 2m, so that becomes plus 2m. On the other side, the negative 2 is staying put. The 5 is moving over, so it becomes negative 5 on that side. Negative 3m plus 2m is going to give me negative m. And this side is going to become negative 7. I want to get rid of the negative sign, so I divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. M is equal to negative 7 divided by negative 1, which is 7. Okay. All right, let's move on to example number 2. So it says solve, expand to remove the brackets, then collect like terms. So if you recall from Unit 2, we learned about the distributive property. So I like to put in the arrows just to help me keep organized. So the 5 is getting distributed to the x plus 4. So this becomes 5x plus 20 equals 3x plus 14. My next step is I want to get the letters on one side and numbers on the other. So 5x is not moving, but the 3x is moving over. So we change the sign. So that becomes subtract 3x. The 14 is not moving, so I write that first. The 20 is moving over, so that becomes negative 20. 5x take away 3x is 2x. 14 take away 20 is negative 6. Divide by 2, divide by 2. The 2's cancel out. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Okay, next one. So we've got this 3 that needs to be distributed to this bracket, and this 2 is in front of this bracket, so it goes over here, and then the 32 is on the other side. So we start with our 3. So 3x plus 12 is our first section, and then our next section, 2x plus 10, and this is equal to 32. So that should be your first line. If you want to try this on your own, you can press pause and then resume the video. So I want my variables on one side, so it looks like I have to move the 12 over and the 10 over. So the 3x plus 2x stays put on this side. The 32 hasn't moved, but I'm moving the 12 over. So when I do that, we subtract 12. The 10 I have to move over, so I have to subtract 10 on that side. And then I'm just going to start simplifying. So 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x. 32, take away 12, take away 10 is 10. And then I need to get rid of the 5. So in order to get rid of the 5, I have to divide, cancel, cancel. X is equal to 10 over 5, which if you calculate that, it should give you x is equal to 2. All right, last example for 2. So again, if you want to try it on your own, press pause. If not, just work with me here. So I'm distributing the 4. So on my left side, I get 4x plus 12. On my other side, I get 2x plus 12, take away 8. I want letters on one side and numbers on the other. So the 2x is moving over. So my left side becomes 4x, take away 2x is equal to 12, take away 8. So those are the original numbers on that side. And then I look at what I'm moving over. So the 12 is moving over, the equal sign. So that becomes take away 12. 4x take away 2x is 2x. 12 take away 8, take away 12 is negative 8. I'm running out of room here. Divide by 2 to get rid of the x. So the 2's are gone. So x is equal to negative 8 divided by 2, which is negative 4. All right, final example. We're going to do a word problem. So it says 2 or more angles are supplementary if their sum is 180. An angle is 4 times the value of its supplement. Set up and solve an equation to find the measures of the 2 angles. So basically what this means is that you have 2 angles. So you're going to have a small angle, and then you have another angle that is 4 times the smaller one. And all we know is that angle 1 plus angle 2, when you add them together, the sum is 180. So the first thing we need to do is set up an equation. So let x represent angle 1. And if x is representing angle 1, then angle 2 will be 4x, because we know that angle 1 and angle 2 have a relationship where angle 2 is 4 times the size of angle 1. So once I have my variables organized, I can start putting into an equation. So the small angle plus the large angle they're supplementary. So what that means is that when you add them together, they equal 180 degrees. So angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. X plus 4x is equal to 5x. And we know that 5x is equal to 180. We want x by itself, so divide by 5, divide by 5. X is equal to 36 degrees. So what that means is that my small angle is 36 degrees, therefore the small angle is 36 degrees, and then the large angle is going to be 4 times 36. So the large angle is 144 degrees. So that's 4 times 36. So what I would like you to work on now is the worksheet called Solving Multi-Step Equations. Make sure you're checking your answer using the answer key.